Hi, my name is Woody.
Hi, Woody.
I keep telling myself that my next pond will be my last one.
Hi, my name is Mickey.
Hi, Mickey.
And I was told I was supposed to be here. Well, like 3 pallets of koi food is too much? It was on sale.
My name's Devin.
Hi, Devin.
I promised myself just one more koi. That was 47 koi ago. Can we smoke in here? No?
Hi, my name's Ty.
Hi, Ty.
I just purchased a fish that cost more than my first car. I don't regret it.
Hello, and welcome to Koi Keepers Anonymous, the show where Ty shows us how he dresses his dogs for cold weather.
It's true. Look at that little bean over there. No, welcome to Koi Keepers Anonymous. This is a show where people have all their questions they ask the internet, and we bring them here to answer them. How was you guys' week? How was your weekend?
It's starting to get cold now here, so
Yeah, it's starting to get chilly at night. A little bit warm during the day, though, so we're still getting you can still feed the fish, get some growth out of them.
I heard it was a big week for Woody.
Is that right?
Oh, yesterday was the firing up of the new pond.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pump is now on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's a major milestone.
Under
Yeah,
1,000
less-
gallons.
Yes,
Two?
to now about 4,000 gallons.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
it was a good size in the video.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the koi that Woody's now going to be growing? Oh my God.
Watch out. What is
Well, I
Ty
saw
call
the
Woody?
koi he was growing before, and I didn't know you could grow that many koi that big in that size pond.
How many koi did you grow that big in that size of a pond, Woody?
11.
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of crazy, huh?
It's
And then-
insane.
Even I didn't think it was possible to get fish to that size in that small of a body of water.
I think anything is possible with the amount of diligence that Woody put into that pond.
It was a lot of water changes, it's like I was doing like aquarium hobby levels of water changes on the pond, and when I say aquarium hobby, like people who do water changes every day, like maybe discus people or something like that. Yeah, it was like a daily water change basically.
But
Yeah.
you were doing that daily water change because how often were you how much food were you feeding?
The first year, I think I was feeding like as much as I possibly could, as much as they would eat. They pretty much, except for when my filter couldn't handle it. So I was basically riding the edge of the maximum of what the filter could handle versus as much as they would eat.
So you were like walking a knife edge at all times of how much food can I shove in these koi's mouths without killing them from an ammonia spike.
Yeah, and the filtration was not built for that kind of growing fish.
How often were you checking your water parameters?
Well, during the new pond syndrome phase, so for the first couple months, several times a day. And like during the time when it was like the filters were starting to work, maybe 4 times a day. Because really what I wanted to know, I was trying to find out how long it was taking my filters to do the job. And when it got to the point, I didn't feel comfortable until overnight I would get to 0.
As you can see, he has a problem. He was testing his ammonia 4 times a day, was trying to find that very limit of how much could he feed to where the ammonia would zero up by the next morning so
We
he
don't-
could do it all again.
We hold no shame for people who are obsessive.
No, we welcome into this group with open arms.
Well, just for accuracy, the ammonia testing stopped a lot sooner than the nitrite testing because the ammonia is like that goes away first, right?
Yeah.
The nitrite is where I was like testing nitrite all the time to see how long it would take to clear.
I think it's interesting because I think, Woody, you come from a aquarium background, right?
Yeah.
And you understand water, and because aquariums are so small, they're very sensitive to like the small changes. So you were really wanting to dial in those little like micro, micro parameters almost. But like most pond people are almost lackadaisical, like not really not really like
You could
focused,
say most pond
Right.
people don't really even realize that you should test the water quality.
or that they say, "Oh, the water quality is good," but you're like, "Yeah, because it's clear, not ammonia, not nitrite, no actual numbers there. Oh, it's only zero point 0.5, but
Or that KH is something you need to worry about.
yeah." Hey, Ty, what's your background for like before you got into koi?
Before I got into, like before I like dug a pond and did all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like
like Woody's coming from like the aquarium like hobby into the koi. So what was like,
how did you get into koi? Was it like same thing, aquariums, or did you have prior experience with like koi or ponds?
Um, I don't know if I've told this story to you guys before.
well, we will hear it now, along with everybody else,
Okay.
right, Woody?
Yeah.
So when I was, I believe, 16 years old, I got home from summer break and my dad walked me into the backyard and he had just chopped down all these trees in the back corner of the yard. So there were just all these stumps in the ground. And he said, this summer we're going to build a koi pond.
How exciting.
Yeah. Then he walked me over to the shed and he handed me an axe and a shovel and a pick. And he said, I need you to go rip out all those stumps that I just cut down.
So it went from we to you.
Yeah, it was the royal we.
Well, he
Yes, the royal
cut down
we.
the trees. Obviously, he did a lot of the brunt of the
No,
work.
he did the fun part, was cutting up the trees and piling them up on the side of the house. Yeah, so my introduction to koi was digging a pond for my dad.
What was in that first pond?
You know what? He had quite a few goldfish, a couple of koi, and there were some black moors that first summer that I don't think can winter well, so who knows what happened to them. But my dad's pond now only has koi in it, and I like to think I had something to do with that.
So when he had goldfish, those goldfish stayed there for quite some time then. After you built he dug your first koi.
Oh yeah, I mean they just kept reproducing and like their numbers never went down.
I
He
see.
would lose a koi here and there, in the early days. But I don't think he's lost a koi in years.
Wow.
Wow.
Are goldfish sturdy,
So
like hardier than koi?
I think
think
cold
they're more
tolerance wise they are.
Depends
fancy.
on which kind of goldfish. Yeah, the fancy ones are
Well,
not hardy.
no, like
Yeah.
comets, right? Like
Yeah.
just very common goldfish. Yeah.
I had some shabunkins and wakens that lasted a long time.
Hmm.
They were real hardy.
So after you dug your dad's first koi pond, what happened?
I went to college and never had my own place until I met my wife and we bought this house together.
But you never kept aquariums or anything like that in between?
Oh no, I had 3 saltwater reef tanks in this house at one point.
Mm.
Ah, I
And
see.
then keeping coral felt like standing in a cold shower ripping up $100 bills.
Wow.
And sometimes koi fish
That's
feels
one way to
that
put
way.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But you're ripping
yeah,
it very, very slowly, very
it
delicately.
hurts more that way. Instead of ripping the Band-Aid off, you just very slowly peel it off.
You're prolonged.
Yeah, no, we bought this house, we remodeled the main floor, and I had to get rid of all of the fish tanks because it just wasn't going to work. And the deal was I could build the koi pond I'd always wanted to build, but no more fish tanks in the house. So I don't have any fish tanks now. But I do have a koi pond I really am happy with, so.
So is this your first koi pond?
Yes. I had a
that he
temporary
That's it.
one I was keeping fish in while I was still building the one, but that is still the original one. This temporary pond came after I'd started building it.
I think that's
Um,
so
First
that's
ones.
so
So
the story of the of people, right? They buy their fish and then they think about building their pond.
well, it sounds like Ty started building his pond and then just couldn't wait and went out and bought some fish, so he had to get a temporary tank,
But like I said,
like a
it's-
typical addict, you know.
Yeah,
I think-
I did it all backwards. You're supposed to like build a not good pond,
Yeah.
right? Or an okay pond, get some fish, and then go, oh man, I need a better pond.
Yeah, your pond is actually really impressive, especially for being like a first pond.
It is the most ambitious first pond I've ever seen.
it is
Yeah.
this is true.
It's
This
he
is
did
true.
don't-
fiberglass by himself. That's crazy.
I don't suggest
explains a
anybody
lot.
build a pond like mine for their first one. I mean, I think it's a great idea to do it, but I'm 4 years into building my pond now.
hmm
And it's technically not done because I haven't put the wood cladding on the outside yet.
Yeah.
It's done enough.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
been
it's
done enough for a long time.
it's like, I think it's like really cool because like you have opposite ends of the spectrum here where Ty is overthinking exactly everything, every single like centimeter it feels like of how you want your pond infiltration to be and what materials you're going to use. So you really stretch out all the resources you have. And Woody's like, this is all I need, and I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to do it twice or well, you're not going to do it 3 times. We understand that, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
a completely opposite like way of approaching it. Neither which of it is wrong, I think, but
No,
it's interesting.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how I approached it, really. You know, when I did my second pond, which is
Mhm.
when I met you guys, right?
Yeah.
That pond had a lot of goldfish in it.
That's true.
Right.
This is true.
And those were
Mm.
goldfish that came from my first pond and were grandfathered into my second pond.
Remind
And
me
I
about the
did-
first pond.
You never saw my first pond. I have a little video of it, but it was small. It was like 300 gallons and heavily planted. And it was filtered with a box filter.
So it was a water garden.
It was a water garden pond, but I had hyphens in there, little hyphens.
Oh, the
I
hyphen
had-
sharks?
Yeah, I had some. I had
Those
some
are
of
cool.
those. I had shabunkins, and when I first built that pond, I bought 4 little koi, and over a season, like the next year, I had to give them away because they were too big. And so I bought more koi, and I said I just won't feed them that much because that first year I fed them too much. And I
Mm.
kept that next batch of koi in there for like 10 years, and they never got big because I fed very sparingly and I fed flake food.
Mm.
So
Mm.
10 years later, my fish were still only, like maybe 5-6 inches long.
Wow.
And then they went into the second pond and
Wait, how long
God.
did you say?
10 years, 5-6 inches long.
10 years, and they stayed 5 to 6 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Where you feed them like once or twice a week, kind of feeding them?
yeah, exactly. A couple times
I
a
had
week and
I
flake
had
food.
somebody. No, yeah. I had somebody come to my house when we were doing when I was participating in a pond tour, and the guy is like a professional. He tested my water, all this stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, this and this looks good, but your nitrates are way too high." And he's like, "How much are you feeding your fish?" I was like, "Oh, I'm feeding them like 5-6 times a day," and he's going, "You should be feeding them like once a week. Your nitrates should be at 0. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I think you
Then
could
he
be...
left, and then I just kept feeding my fish how I was doing it. But
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because again, Woody goes from 5 to 6 inches in 10 years to now 5 to 6 inches in 10 months.
Well, more than that, but yeah.
exactly.
that's the idea.
That's like the
yeah, more than
baseline.
that.
But
Woody spent all these years perfecting how little you can feed the fish. And now he's trying to figure out how much you can feed them.
Yep. He heard that it was
Yeah.
more of a challenge to try to keep them small.
Yeah.
pretty much, but also that pond was heavily planted and the plants were thriving. I let that one. So the first time when I had the fish that grew too big too fast, I was also doing water changes on that pond. So I kind of stopped doing the water changes when I kept them small too.
It's funny though, because a lot of the times too, because we encounter a lot of people who are already like have been in the hobby for a long time, but I'm reminded often that, you know, most people who aren't like really like hardcore, who aren't part of this Koi Keepers Anonymous group, most people get that same advice that you only have to feed your fish once or twice a week. And when we tell them, oh no, you can feed them so much more, they're like, what?
Really?
But maybe it's not always the best advice when you don't have like
if they're not going to put the maintenance into keeping the water clean, or they don't have the filtration to handle that, you really got to be careful at the advice you're giving out.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Should we get to our questions?
Yeah.
I
So
think Ty's really excited for these questions. I'm
I
excited. I
am.
have no idea what the question is.
yes, you don't.
Yes.
And
Okay.
what I love is that I'm sure you guys thought it was just going to be like, why are my fish dying? You know, why is this those sorts of questions. But I managed to find quite a few questions in my hunting for questions that are not those questions. So, Mickey, I'm going to ask you to read the question that I sent you. And Devin and Woody, I actually also sent this to you because it's very visual what Mickey's going to be reading.
My dealer trying to buy back my koi. What would be the right price with certificate? Dainichi Showa 57 cm Nisai bought for around $700 is not in Japan. Dainichi Showa Nisai female 57 cm. $700 is not in Japan. So he bought it.
So it shows
It's a jumbo tosai, I think. Is it 4 months? I think that's
it
what
was kept for 4 months.
Jumbo tosai.
Yes.
Grown for 4 months. It started off as 42 centimeters.
And then now it's
a
57
cm.
cm. How long did he say he kept it for?
I'm guessing
4 months?
4 months is how long it was kept. How long he's had it grown. So in 4 months, he went from 42 cm to 57 cm.
Is it 4 months? I mean, it doesn't say actually how long.
That would be how I would interpret that. And you see quite a bit of like sumi development on this fish.
So the question is how much we would sell it for?
No, like if you're buying it back.
Oh,
No, his dealer wants to buy it back.
Yeah.
He bought it for $700. Now the dealer wants to buy it back.
So
because
how much
I
should you sell it to the
believe
dealer for?
Just when a dealer wants to buy something back, that's a pretty big deal because it's not often. I mean, when you're a dealer, you have a lot of fish. So wanting one more fish, that's kind of like, next level, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, this is a pretty good fish.
Yeah.
Although I always am a little bit sus when I see pictures and I don't know the source per se.
Yeah, like
because there's a lot of things that you could, there's a lot of things that make it look different than how it looks in person.
And there's a lot of factors that go into it too. Like, is this in the hobbyist pond? Is this like in Japan? All that kind of thing.
In Japan, but yeah.
So I actually, when I came across this question, I recognized it from the post when I first saw it a long time ago. This dealer obviously wants to buy it when it was, or Obvi buy it when it was 15, 20 cm with no sumi at all. Look at the first pick. It barely has any sumi yet at 42 centimeters. Probably pay 200, 300 a piece. Then he grow it for 3 to 5 months and sell them for 700 as part of an event. It then raised in dealer mud pond as part of a grow out event. The pictures taken by the dealer obviously, and taken within a week of mud pond harvest. Check out on Instagram and you will get the detail of the event. This showa got beaten by another showa, actually. Mud pond raised, so I can't share you flow rates and stuff, but they use JPD koi food 8 times a day, totaling 3% body weight, and it's not in the UK. The fish is in Indonesia, hence the temperature is a bit warm, hence growing is easier. So that's some background information that we have about this fish.
Cool. I mean, it's always, if the dealer's wanting to buy it back, I think I would figure out what they're offering and see if that's a price that you'd be satisfied with letting it go for, or you can negotiate back for that. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's always very case by case. Something's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. So if you think, as a hobbyist, what was your intention with buying that fish? Was it like an investment where you wanted to turn around and sell it? Or is this something that you wanted to keep? Because obviously it still has a little bit more room for improvement. Like if that black comes up, like that could be like a nice show quality fish. And there's plenty of koi shows in Indonesia that it could be brought to and shown at. So as the hobbyist, I would ask myself, do I want to sell this or do I want to keep this and show it? Or am I gonna, it's been 4 months or whatever, how much profit do I want to turn around and sell it as like it was an investment? And how much do I want to gain from that? What do I think is fair?
There's also something about social proof, though. If somebody wants something, then it makes you want it even more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also this thing where whatever you have, you always feel like it's more valuable than if you're going to have to buy it.
I think too, like the culture in the US is there's not much resale market in koi. Once it's kind of like owned by a hobbyist, it's pretty rare for you to like make a profit with it and sell. Being in Indonesia, that could be totally different culture there, where maybe they're more accustomed to like hobbyists selling fish to each other and stuff like that. So it's something too, like you need to look at where is this taking place and what do you want out of it?
It's interesting.
Really?
Why would the dealer want to buy it back? That's
you have to ask yourself, like maybe if this was at a grow
think the dealer might have another buyer who's because it sounds like this fish is still liquid, right?
Yeah,
it's still the dealer still has the fish. So if they have somebody who's coming in and offering them a lot of money for that fish, and they're turning around to the person they sold it to and going, "Hey, I want to buy your fish back." That might be what it is.
It says here, so he bought it for $700, and then deeper in the comments, it says he won the Grow Show, which was a $500 prize. So he's really only out $200 for the fish. Yeah. And it says that the dealer offered him $1,250. $700 for a Dainichi Nisai? That I don't think we would see that price here, right? That seems like a.
I don't think it was Nisai. I think it was
for
Sensei.
A jumbo.
It says in the title, it says female 57 cm Nisai bought for around $700.
That's the current size.
Yeah, the before is 42 cm, so I think it's jumbo.
Okay, so it was jumbo Tosai.
Yeah,
but it's still a very low price for a Dainichi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Still.
Definitely.
So so they offered him $1,250.
It
which
definitely
makes
has
me
that
think
Dainichi look and body,
Mm-hmm.
So he probably, like you said, he probably had a buyer that he knew he could get $3,000 for it or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's Dainichi with certificate, right? There's something about those certificates.
I mean, if you were in that case, what would you guys do? Like, say a dealer approached you and said, "Hey, I want to buy the fish back." How do you think you would handle that kind of situation?
First of all, so if I never had the fish, I don't have any emotional attachment to it, probably, right? Like, I don't know. I've never done an Azakari, so I don't know if people get attached to their Azakaris.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would probably not have an emotional attachment to it. And with that in mind, I might say, well, I would sell it back with maybe with conditions if I could get like, next time there's a batch coming in, you know, let me pick from that or something,
Yeah.
Not. But
yeah.
that's actually a good valid point because it is uncommon. So you already have, like you might have more
bargaining chips,
bargaining
yeah.
power than you realize.
Mhm.
What are
Yeah,
your
I'll
thoughts,
I'll
Ty?
sell it back to you, but I also want first pick on your next shipment of Dainichi Tosai.
Exactly.
something.
And then with the money that, if you're gonna get you have money to buy like 2 or 3 next time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
What are your thoughts on that, Ty?
I think that this dealer actually fell in love with this fish, and they want it for their own pond now. And that's what's going on.
Ty is such a romantic.
No, man, that's not what's happening. I am.
But it is
I mean, tell me if
possible
I'm
too.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no. Oh sorry.
Yeah, you
I
saw
just-
the other part.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, it broke my heart when I saw that.
What happened?
I somehow skipped over that
you
top
guys have
comment.
only. Yeah, Devin, Mickey, you've only heard like half the story so far. So
Yes.
he
Don't look
decided
for
he's
it.
going to keep the fish.
Oh, okay.
He or she, whoever this
Yeah.
person is, they want to keep the fish. And so the dealer shipped it to them along with the trophy that they won and some other things.
Yeah.
But they put those things in the box with the fish.
Oh no. Let me guess. Trophy punctured the.
God, that's like, oh no.
Man.
But that's terrible. Oh, that's so sad. So did it?
There's a picture. Go look at the picture
Oh,
that's in the top
no.
comment.
Oh my gosh.
Very top comment. OP's comment.
Oh my gosh, this is so sad.
Oh no, that's just a video of it.
It looks great though in the video. Holy,
Yeah.
wow, it looks really nice in the video.
I don't see the comment
Oh wait.
where they're talking about. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh my God.
Why would they? That thing looks heavy. Why would they do that?
That's so sad. Well, at least they got a trophy. That never dies.
I'd want my money back.
Yeah, that's
Just gotta ask the dealer if they want to buy it.
something now. Yeah.
Yeah, the comment under that says, "I'm so sorry. This feels intentional."
Oh, wow.
Like,
Oh, all right. Now
What
we
do you
found
think?
we found
Would
a
a
rabbit hole
dealer-
to go down.
would a dealer know better than to ship a fish that way?
I mean,
So it
you would.
depends. I think so. In my opinion, it depends on how big that dealership is. If they're a bigger dealer, they might have had staff that's new, for example, didn't know.
I mean, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, in our case, I don't think we would because
You would think common
it's
sense would
the
say,
risk is too high.
yeah, don't put that trophy in the box with the bag that, could be punctured.
Yes. However, a bigger operation would require more people and maybe
Yeah, but-
they just didn't know, like new staff or whatever.
If
Honestly,
we call them, we can get their information and find out.
but that's
Yeah, I
just-
think it's
don't
on
think
that
I
trophy,
would. I
Yeah, it's on the trophy.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be something. It would be an instinct for me to not put anything else around it.
Yeah.
The most I think we would put in the box would be their certificate, like paper.
Yeah.
And
Even
we
then,
would
you
also
don't want it to
put-
get wet, You'd probably want to ship it separately, just keep everything, the paper protected.
or we would probably put in like a what do you call this, paper to cover it,
Zip-
or
A Ziploc bag.
styrofoam
Mm-hmm.
to keep it upright. Everything is like soft, but I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an instinct to not put anything else with that box.
Mhm.
That's why I suspect that it was somebody who hadn't been doing it for a long time, or who knows, maybe they just hadn't been sleeping much because I don't know. Would anybody intentionally kill a fish just because they couldn't have it? I can't
I
believe
wouldn't think
that.
so. Yeah, that'd be pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let
The internet
we'll let
decide.
the Redditors decide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, should we do our
I
next
don't need to.
question? I believe the next question is yours, Devin.
Help before I spend a fortune and my conclusion is wrong. We used algicide maybe about 2 months ago to clear the water on the pond. When the water cleared, it looked like some of our fish had a little disease going on, so we used micro BSDT. Since then, we have been very unsuccessful in getting our ammonia level down, but I never tested it before. And I think even maybe what was on the fish was ammonia related and not disease related. I have tried adding beneficial bacteria and just got about 2 weeks ago aquascape cold water bacteria and added it about 3 times. I reduced feeding for the fish down to 1 feed a day and have withheld it for a few days at a time as well. There is no food in excess. If anything, the food I am feeding right now is to sustain them so they don't starve. My plants were dying because of the ammonia, so they weren't any help. I tried partial water changes with this as well as numerous times. I have an Alpha 1 4.25, the original filter. I have 15 koi, most 12 to 16 inches in length, maybe one or two are 18. My pump is not the issue, it's been upgraded. My pond is 7,500 gallons. My conclusion, I think the filter is the problem, and now it's too small for the koi load. Can anyone else please concur or rule out other things I haven't thought of? It's so expensive and I need to be sure. Thanks, community. So, is there photos associated with this so we can kind of see what's going on?
Ooh, you know what? It's a good question. But given while I'm looking for those photos, given the context, so they used algicide about 2 months ago to clear the water and said that since then they've had all these issues.
Yeah, but they also mentioned they never tested ammonia before, so they don't know. Maybe they were having these issues because if the water was green, they couldn't see the fish. How could they tell?
And to be honest, algicide, if it's algicide that's a problem, it doesn't take very long for the algicide to wipe out the pond.
Yeah, yeah. If it's toxic to the fish,
It's
it's gonna
gonna
kill
do
the
it
fish instantly. Yeah.
We've seen this firsthand. It's
Mhm.
quite rapid.
Yeah. The one thing that could be concerned, like say they did use algicide and suddenly it kills all this algae, so there's all these like excessive nutrients in the water, that could cause like a spike in ammonia for sure, and could cause like issues if you're not like doing water change right away trying to get this stuff out. And it says they only added like microbe lift, BSDT, which I'm guessing is probably like some kind of beneficial bacteria
No,
thing.
they had it in addition to.
Because they don't mention like when the water cleared.
Yeah,
They
it
don't
is.
mention anything about doing water changes right away after they use the algicide treatment. Yeah, it feels like they killed the algae, probably started causing some water quality issues, all of a sudden realized they caused the issue, started testing the stuff and noticing it, and it kind of snowballed from there. Maybe they got like ammonia burn on the fish. The
Well,
ammonia levels raised up.
to be honest, I think the problem is doing too many things at the same time. So you can't actually pinpoint what the issue is when you're trying to.
Mhm.
The great thing with broad spectrum is that you get a lot of different problems solved. The bad thing about broad spectrum, like addressing issues, is that you don't know exactly what problem you solved.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, if you don't find the root cause of the issue, you're bound to repeat it.
so she's asking, she concluded that, or he or she concluded that it was probably underfiltered and
Mhm.
she wants to upgrade her filters. I don't know if that's the correct conclusion, but I do
But
know
it's
that you
not a
can never really underfilter.
You can never really overfilter.
Sorry, overfilter the pond.
Yeah, it's never a bad idea to add more filtration.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
I think it's more of a question of how you use the filtration.
Yeah. And I'm not familiar, like this filter they're talking about, the Alpha 1 4.25. I don't really know what that is, but it's probably like some kind of like pressurized canister filter or something like that.
Yeah.
And for being a 7,500 gallon pond, Ty sent us a photo.
Although, too, another thing that I was thinking about is kind of like how Woody has this you and Woody have this discourse about the size of his old pond, and Ty will tell me about how big his pond is. A lot of the times people tell us, oh, my pond is 7,000 gallons. And then we go there, it's like, oh, there's no way this is 7,000 gallons because it's much shallower or much deeper, or they haven't taken this into account. So,
Actually, the Alpha 1 is a GC Tech skid filter with like a bead filter. So actually, that's a pretty good filter.
okay.
Yeah. It's rated for
10,000
10,000 gallons, which, with filters, it's hard to actually determine what it's rated for based on water volume. It's more of like flow rate, stocking density too, is how you want to kind of like calculate what size filter you need.
Even if she isn't correct about the filter being the problem, I think the solution is correct. It might not have been the filter that caused the problem, but the solution will always, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. Man, if anything, like, I don't know if this skid filter contains like a UV light, but a UV light would be like a great addition to help keep like your water clear. So you don't kind of have these issues in the future if you're using algicides to treat the algae and then killing it all of a sudden all at one time and causing that huge like bioload. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, here's the thing that kept getting me, right? They're saying that like their plants are dying. Like the ammonia is killing the plants, is what they were saying. I think if your ammonia is high enough to kill the plants, like your fish are done.
Yeah.
Right? Can
thing,
algicide kill the plants?
It's almost like an instance of not enough information. Like,
Yes.
how are the plants dying? Are they like melting and dissolving, or are they being torn apart?
Yes.
What's your actual ammonia testing to? You're telling us you're testing it, but you don't tell us what it's reading. So like, there's a lot of.
So great. Like really, what is great? It's only at 1. Like I don't think that's great.
I think that's like something that's a little bit frustrating. Like in these questions, is people will say, "Oh, I tested the water." Be like, "Okay, but what were the readings when you tested it?" This is the information people need to know in order to help you in these instances.
Well, here's the question. Have you guys seen The Fly with Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, could algicide be the catalyst for creating a monster koi fish that is eating all the plants?
I don't
think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's chemical, so I don't think it has anything. I really don't.
Mickey's really taking this question serious. She's never seen The Fly.
I have seen
okay.
The Fly.
You have?
I was very young and I blocked it from memory because it's kind of gross.
When his eyeballs fall out,
Stop.
that's the best scene in the movie.
Did they indicate exactly what kind of algicide they were using?
No.
I don't think so.
See, those are the things that
They
I
just
think
said,
about when
yeah.
you're looking for
Yeah.
advice. Is information that is like
We need specific information. Let us know what algicide you used. What was your ammonia level at? Photos of these issues with the fish. All these sorts of these.
Basically ammonia, nitrite, as many actual number
Photos of the plants
water
dying.
parameters in actual numbers, photos of the plants dying, and the products that you've been using in the past. I don't know, within 2 or 3 days of the event.
Your actual maintenance routine too, instead of doing multiple water changes repeatedly, like what does that mean? Are you doing once a week? Are you doing 3 times a week? These
I
these
know,
are things that'll help like determine what's going on.
because I know when Woody says I do multiple water changes, it's different from I do multiple water changes.
What are you talking about? He does multiple water changes in one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So actual numbers really do help because everybody is a different
Yeah.
baseline.
I want to set up one of those trickle in, trickle out systems. Where
That's the
there's just
best.
always a very small, steady water change that's
Oh
happening.
yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So like a flow through.
Yep.
What are you going to be setting that up?
Yeah.
It's cool. It's nice because it ensures that you always have like a breath of fresh air for your fish.
Yeah. You can make your system volume feel larger than it actually is
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
because you're always diluting out like the pollutants and toxins.
Do you have thoughts
tons.
about the question, Woody?
The algicide question.
Yes.
I mean, you guys already said it. There's not really enough information to
Yeah.
figure it out to solve that problem. I don't think.
That's what makes a lot of these online questions hard,
Mhm.
Yeah.
is not having enough info.
But I really like her solution. Her solution is
Yeah, the solutions, her thoughts are good. Like I think it's the right place. Like adding more filtration, you can't go wrong, for sure.
See, I'm reminded sometimes the question is more important than the answer. If you can phrase the question correctly, you'll get the accurate answer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Woody's turn for his question?
Woody, will you please take a look at the question that I sent you?
Okay. My pump blew overnight and I lost 5 koi fish. Currently have a hose running into the water to keep some oxygen flowing. Waiting on new pump to arrive this evening. What do I do in the meantime? I don't like the hose running into the water to keep some oxygen flowing. That's like, they didn't really say that they're adding dechlorinator or. Yeah, that makes me nervous already.
Yeah, I thought it was a good question.
Even if you're on a well, a lot of times the water coming out of a well has like a low dissolved oxygen content. So if your power's out and you're not getting circulation, that might not be a great idea.
I think what
Right.
they need to do is go get a ladder and a 5-gallon bucket. And they need to fill that bucket with water. They need to climb to the top of the ladder and dump it all into the pond and just keep doing that
So,
until the pump
coming from
shows
the
up.
Philippines and firsthand experience with a lot of power outages back when I was small, and you don't need a ladder. You just get a little bucket. It's not about how high you go or how many buckets. It's just how long you're doing it.
Agitating the surface of the
Yeah,
water.
it's more of
Keep
a
stirring it now.
marathon as opposed to a sprint.
Yep.
Because all night they would just be like little tiny, like a little bucket, literally. It's like a cup almost. And just all night they're just doing that, like getting it, sitting by the tank and then just like
Agitating the surface.
literally maybe 2 feet at most, because your hand could only go up so high for how many hours, right?
I just like the idea of having to do a ladder.
Yeah, but if the power
Like the neighbors see you over the fence, like, what are they doing?
What are they doing? I mean, obviously you could have a backup generator. Not everybody's got space or means for
Well,
that.
it was the pump. It was the pump that blew. So
that's
even
true,
with the
yeah.
generator. So
Yeah.
this is a good. I like the question because we do need to know, like, are there other ways to oxygenate your water if you don't have a pump? And is it just down to manual? You just got to be out there putting in the elbow grease.
Pretty much, yeah. It works though. It works.
What if you have an aerator though too? That's always a good backup. In case of,
Basically,
like, a
he's
pump
saying
failing.
a backup is good, and
Yeah.
but manual is literally, it does work. It does work.
So that's one of the things I've heard in the koi hobby is that you should have 2 separate circuits for your aeration and your pump, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went through the trouble of making that happen for this new pump. So that's good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't solve the problem of a downright power outage, which you're going to lose both of those. And then I do have a generator now, so I'm ready for that. But
Yeah, I think
I
Yeah,
need
that's a
to
real
invest
dilemma.
in a generator.
yeah.
But something
Yeah.
I did do with my pond is I think I have like 5 different circuits going into my filter room.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two I have 2 pumps, one going to the shower filter and one going to the moving bed filter. So if one of them ever did go out, I'm not completely like at the mercy of my pump going out.
Are they both coming from bottom drain, or is one of them in?
So I've got 3 bottom drains and then the skimmer, right? Those all come into the moving bed filter, and then I have the
Don't they
2
go to
pumps
your,
after them. Oh, I'm sorry.
RDF
They both
first?
go to my drum filter. They both go to my RDF. And then my 2 pumps are after the RDF.
Yeah.
I think he told you about your system.
Yeah, I was hoping your bottom drains didn't go straight to your moving bed. But I was thinking that was a new way of doing it.
No. I misspoke.
He's excited.
But yeah, like I think at a bare minimum, you should have like a air pump with a air stone that's like adequate enough, even if your pump dies or your pump is off, that it should be able to provide enough oxygen in your pond for the fish to survive until you can fix the pump. Like second case scenario, like say you have like a quarantine tank that you could set up in a worst case scenario, then if you're not able to get a pump to fix it or replace it in time, you can move your fish to that quarantine setup where they could have, water that's moving around and aerating the water. But there's multiple different things to be prepared, or like, a whole quarantine setup might be more expensive than just buying a second pump to have on hand just in case of instances like this. It all kind of depends.
Oh, in a pinch, what you could do if it goes out is go get bags and get an
I
oxygen.
thought you were pinching yourself.
No. I'm scratching. Go get bags and oxygen canisters from like Home Depot. Put all the fish in a bag and oxygen. Wrap it up like as if you were you just bought it, and keep it there.
Like 24 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be okay. You'd have to repack.
You'd have to repack.
Yeah.
But if you have no other choice,
Mhm.
pack them up as if they're
going to be shipped.
going to be shipped.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that is so smart. I would not have even thought to do that.
No, that's definitely like pro level save.
Yeah. You gotta know how to pack your fish. Yeah, that's
Also, like when you have so many fish, you can't have that much equipment, You gotta have something in your back pocket.
yeah.
But yeah, it's the only way you can do it. Worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm. I think we mentioned too, like also you could add hydrogen peroxide to the water to oxygenate it.
I think
Just
you have
be
to be
careful that you don't overdo it because you can burn the fish
Yes.
by adding too much hydrogen peroxide.
You have to do
And like
you
off
have
the
to-
top of my head, it's like 1 quart per 4,000 gallons, but make sure you look it up before you actually do it.
Yes.
Because I'm not certain. I'd have to look it up as well.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing you could do.
It is a thing you could do. It does bring up the DO really fast, but you do have
It's
to be
not.
careful.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah, I've heard of using hydrogen peroxide to neutralize potassium permanganate
Oh,
before,
that's my favorite.
Yep. Yeah,
but I didn't know you could do it to add oxygen.
yeah. It also helps kill algae as well.
Yes. It's not a quick fix for the killing algae,
No.
but it does help.
Yeah.
But you do have to be careful. It's not.
Yeah, it's an oxidizer,
Mhm.
so it's still a powerful tool that you gotta respect.
Well, I think that's. I mean, did you guys have any other thoughts about this question?
I mean, it's like a nightmare scenario for all koi keepers, I think. So
But-
why did you have to stir up these emotions in us, Ty?
You don't want to have the nightmare situation, but knowing that you have an option in these nightmare situations makes you feel a little bit better about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my last thought about that is like, so I said I didn't like the hose in there, but if I had plenty of dechlorinator and I dechlorinated the whole volume of the pond, I would definitely just like spray
Yeah.
the surface and really try to, they didn't say what they were doing exactly with the hose. Just moving water around, I think maybe might not be enough. I would like really spray the surface and move it around.
I
Yeah.
thought it was interesting that you really clung on to the hose in the pond because that is a number one that might actually kill the fish. before
Exactly.
Yeah, before less
power
toxins
outage.
would.
A lot of people make that mistake, right?
That is the most common way that anybody, no matter how long they've been in the industry, that is the number one way that they actually kill their fish by leaving their water on. So, yes.
I feel like I am very lucky I have not done that yet. I have a timer on my hose bib.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
It's a wind up one too. It's not even like I have to push buttons or anything. It's like to even get water to come out of the hose, I have to turn it. And the most it can be set to be running for is an hour and a half. But you can set it for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or however long you want it to be running. So
But that's really smart. Foolproof your pond that way.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
also got one of those RV water hose filters.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Twist on the end of the hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yes. Those are really good safeguards.
If anybody's listening to this podcast and you have questions or a fun story that you want to phrase into a question just to get our reactions, I don't know, you can send those over to koikeeperspod@gmail.com. That's koikeepers with an S @gmail.com. But I mean, that's it for our questions, but I thought something that'd be fun for us to start doing with the show is just talk about like something you're excited about this week.
Well, we're planning on making another video going through the fish that like we've been chronicling, like growing out in our little 375 gallon tank. So I think we're gonna film that on Thursday.
Thursday. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He wanted to join us on one of those adventures.
Yeah.
So he wanted to help us sort
So
through fish.
it's gonna be exciting because a lot like they've grown quite a bit, but some of them too, like we've been trying to not grow them so fast that they blow apart, but it did end up happening. There are a couple of them in there that like almost lost all their color.
It's quite
So it'll be-
common.
It's going to be interesting to show that aspect of it because I think a lot of people, unless you're really intensively or seriously trying to grow fish, don't realize that just because these fish have the colors on there now means that it's permanent. No, this is like a fine balance kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're not always what you see is what you get. Even like compared to like the black can go through such drastic changes, well, so can like the red.
Well, the red can go through more drastic changes. But I also think because the space, the volume is so small, it's not about them not growing, but it's because the water becomes hot really fast.
Yeah.
A larger body of water better regulates the temperature, so it would prevent that from happening. So I think what's more surprising is how big they grew even without us trying. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Are you going to be available to Woody?
I think so. Yeah, we'll have to figure out the timing because I do have 2 things I have to do on Thursday, but they're very early and then later. So most of the day, I think we can work it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't even ask me if I'm going to be available.
Ty
I
never
bet
shows
if you
up.
come down here,
We would do it right now.
we'll things will be adjusted to accommodate.
Yeah.
It's
We are
only
waiting for Ty to
650
come
miles
visit.
away.
It's not even 1,000. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
like
so
one
doable.
tank of gas.
Right?
That's like overnight,
That's
one
less
night.
than
Show up in the
24
morning.
hours of driving. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, to get to Salt Lake City, you're like the layover to go to a destination.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
You could like leave now and be here in the morning.
Yeah.
Actually, if I left now, I would get. What time would I get there?
You'd be here at like 8 in the morning.
Perfect.
Take me
it
to
12 hours?
Demi-Koi
Yeah,
in Los
probably.
Angeles.
Getting directions to Demi-Koi.
Let's see.
9
It's
hours.
not even
backwards?
10 hours.
That's 12 hours. That's it.
Nothing.
That's
Jeez, that's a little. That's like a little bit of overtime on a workday, you know.
yeah.
Oh, it's 674 hours from my front door to your shop.
674
Hours?
hours. Now that's a lot.
Yeah.
674 hours is a lot.
I think he
You're exaggerating.
Miles.
Yeah.
Or you could just get on a plane.
Yeah. It's probably like $30 on Spirit Airlines. It's probably gonna take just as long.
Yeah. just 3 layovers.
Right?
Spokane and then Phoenix and then Denver and then finally I get there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But we are waiting for you here.
Yep. Yeah, Ty.
Nah, I
so
need to
that's
get
that's
over there.
obviously what you're looking forward to this week, right?
No. So you guys came on that live stream that me and Aaron were doing the other day.
Yeah.
And Sarah, bless her heart, she was like tuned in and watched the entire thing from start to finish.
Did you?
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I went downstairs, she's like, "So do you need one of these heat pumps?" Like,
Oh yeah.
that's so sweet.
I know. I was just like, I mean, no, it's fine. Like, I mean, we don't have to have one. She's like, but would it help, like, you know, make, like, with the fish's health and things, like, coming out of the spring and stuff? I was like, I mean, yeah, it would make things easier on them and stuff. She's like, yeah, so let's get it.
Oh,
Sweet.
So,
she's so sweet.
heat pump.
Yay.
We very much could be doing that soon. So
So
now I'm just
They're for
looking
the
at
win.
them and trying to figure out what to get because I know nothing about them.
Should probably consult Aaron.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they have
probably
different
should
stuff over
consult
there.
Aaron.
That is true.
They do.
So you don't.
Theirs
you
is all
don't-
fancier than ours.
No.
You don't know anything about that? We
I know.
Minnesota.
Yeah, but we used like boiler systems with like closed loops and heat exchangers is what we always used.
Oh,
Never actually used like a heat pump.
Hmm.
well, there's an option though. Maybe
Yeah.
because like Aaron was talking to him about what they have over there.
Mhm.
Maybe there's options for something here that's different from Ty's, from Aaron's, and they can compare notes.
Is your heat like a heat
Yeah.
pump? Is that run on natural gas or is that electric?
No, it's electric.
So it's easy
It's
to
basically
install.
like a
But-
mini split for your pond, right? It's kind of a
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, energy efficiency wise, they're way more efficient than a boiler
Really?
in terms of cost. Yeah.
Can they
Oh.
cool to chill the pond too?
Yeah,
Technically?
they can do both.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I thought.
yeah. It's the talk of the town. It seems like everyone has been going that
So
way.
maybe you should learn.
Yeah, I should look into it. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. They're a way bigger thing over in like Europe and the UK than they are over here.
Yeah.
It's like you said on that live stream, man. They got a big head start on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. What you can always go the way
Yeah.
Woody goes for like how long with the little.
Oh my
Heater.
God.
I don't think it's gonna work on his new pond.
I'm not sure
What
it'll
would you-
work on
what'd you
your
say?
new pond.
The aquarium heater. I don't think it's gonna work on
Oh
your new
no,
pond.
no, no. I was using but I wasn't using that to actually. I was mostly using that for the thermometer, but I was
Oh,
using
hot water.
buckets of hot water.
Yeah.
That's right. Talking about buckets and ladders.
But also too, like we don't get as cold over here, so it's a lot easier to warm up the pond with like some buckets of hot water.
Yeah, I was just trying to hold it at like 64 and I didn't do that through the winter, just to kind of extend it'll get an extra few weeks at the
Yeah.
end of the
Mm.
season. But that's crazy. I don't recommend it.
Well, I mean, we are Koi Keepers Anonymous, so there's no shame here, Woody.
Yeah,
We're
Yes, let's just keep this between us, please.
sure. Yeah.
But what are you excited about this week, Woody?
Yeah.
Well, now that you've mentioned that sorting thing, that's something to be excited about. I want to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
He's
So
gonna
when you
do all
guys
the
do the
stuff he
video-
actually say he needs.
And you're showing like a fish that's blown out that's made it to this third round of your selection process.
Yeah.
Are you gonna show like a before, middle, and after?
Yeah, we are.
For sure, like
Some of those?
before, like for sure, like the middle, it'll be easy, I think, to show.
Mhm.
We're gonna see if we can try to like the or before too, but
Yeah, it's
see how
Why
much
don't you
like
go?
we want to get into the woods with editing.
when we first.
I mean, just
Be
with
honest.
one. You don't need to do it with every single one of
Well, I
them.
think it's interesting to see
I think yeah,
everything.
the whole point is like we've been tracking these fish. We kind of want to show all the fish, like how they've progressed.
Exactly. When we started doing the first video of the sorting thing, we just turned on the camera and just, well,
Yeah.
don't know where it's going, don't know how it's going to happen, but we'll just capture what we actually do, because I guess
Yeah.
some people thought it was interesting,
Mhm.
and shared it. And then now we're trying to like build structure where I think it would be interesting to actually put them side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Devin would
Yeah.
do it a lot for the mud ponds in Minnesota,
Yep.
and it was really interesting, especially when they changed a lot. There are small changes sometimes it's barely noticeable unless you look at the first picture and the last picture, and everything in between you just ignore. But every now and again you have some really interesting changes that
Yeah.
it's fun to like see side by side.
So, Devin, when you were at Maruto, did you guys ever do that sort of thing?
Like comparing fish photo, like side by side kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
Or-
the fish's progress.
Yeah, definitely. Like all fish going out in the mud ponds, it's all recorded. Like what's in what pond, how many numbers,
Mhm.
photos of them going in, like before, and then like
Oh, so when you guys pull them out, you immediately see what's changed.
yeah,
Well, awesome, guys. Thanks for
This was fun.
joining me.
This is a lot of fun. I look forward to next week.
our pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
See you
too.
at the next meeting, right?
Yeah,
Go for it,
Devin,
Devin.
will you sign us off?
I will sign us off tonight. Dear Koi, grant me the serenity to accept the sumi I cannot change, the courage to choose my koi, and the wisdom to remember to turn off the hose.
Amen.
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 Good job, Dev. Good job. Go forth and prosper, fellow koi keepers.
Yep.